we live up in here. There we go. Hold on, I got a couple more things we gotta get out. Okay. So we're gonna be working on, I don't know if you'll be able to hear me over here, we're gonna be working on finishing this. It's a wire overbra that's gonna be part of a costume for somebody. So what we need to do first off is cut this rod to length, and I've got my mark right there. Excellent. Okay, so that's that done. We're going to need to repeat that process. We'll lock this at 6 and bend it at 13. 13 is half 26. Find our mark again. Is that in the right spot? Yeah. Go. There are two bits, and then these need bent to right angles. Front wheeler going. We'll need some heat from our torch, so we'll get that lit here in just a second. Let me move you guys over here so you can see. I'll put you here. This will probably be the best spot. Yeah, there. Now you can see what's happening. Here.
Where's the live stream?
Right there.
Wait, which one? Hi. Okay. What are you doing?
Get my torch set up.
What are you gonna do?
So this piece of steel needs bent at a right angle, so to make the bending easier, we're going to heat them up a little bit. So you just get our gas running just a little bit, and then that's about all we'll need, I think, and then a little bit of oxygen happening so I can see what's happening. Just start heating it right here at the base. Look like about a right angle. Yep. Okay. Now there was another piece of steel just like this. I think it's sitting on the anvil. If you would be as kind as to grab it. There's that guy. Bent just in half. Got him?
What are you making?
It's part of it. Here, hold this. Be very careful. Don't move it. Just hold it.
That was gonna burn me.
No. Is that straight up and down? No.
I'll be right back.
That looks like a 90-degree angle to me. Cool, so now we've got our pieces. Cool. I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. So now these pieces, my broken tripod leg, so I've got to kind of maneuver carefully. Oh no, hold on. Alright, so now these pieces are going to go like something like that, but
What is this for again?
it's gonna be a bra. Let me look at the reference photos draw on my phone. Damn it. Let me look at them on my computer real quick.
Oh, I'm doing.
Because if we, based on the drawings I have, these are supposed to match up with this. Like that is how they're meant to do, but these are not, obviously not doing that, so I may have to lop these off. Something close to that. We want them to be the same on each side. We want these to be symmetrical, obviously. So these need to, if we do them this way, that's fine. We just have to make sure that they each get cut to the right angle. I don't know if you can see me while I attempt to puzzle this out. These are going to need to obviously be cut, because regardless, they're not gonna. Get out of here, B. Even if we connected them way up there. So it's all just about how far here we want them to be, which I feel like is something that's marked. So let me go see if I can look at this and figure out how we're gonna make these angles. How we're gonna make these angles happen. I can just take this with me, can I? Oh, look at that. Look at that, you're coming with me. So what I need to do is check, because those original lengths aren't gonna work for some reason. I need to look at them again. I just look at this one, can I? Okay. Because she wants it 4 centimeters from the top. And then wherever it meets down here, which looks like close to 4 centimeters from the bottom. So we'll just go with that. We're going to have to take some creative liberty with this, but that's okay. That's something that I was aware we may have to do. So 4 centimeters from the top, 4 centimeters from the bottom. Whatever that makes it be is what we're going to have to make it be. So here's how we're going to approach this. We're going to take our... Let me get my calipers. So these are now at 40 mil, which will be 4 centimeters. So we want to, these guys, it looks about as symmetrical as it's going to get. So can now take, set that guy there. Mark him right there, and then we want 4 inches from the, or 40 millimeters from the apex of the hoop curve. We'll make that right about there. Up this mark around to the front so I can see them both at the same time. Cool. Which means then, based on that, we can take our, this guy, and for him to match at that angle, can we make that at what? And I think that looks, it's all about how we want this guy to look. Right, if we want, put this guy up there. Sorted. I like it. So that, we need to lop off that there and that there. And then do the same for the other side. And then we'll be ready to start welding this all together, which is where the real fun starts. So make sure that guy's lined up right on my mark. And give him a good one of them. One of them. So now he's taken care of. Come down here, put this guy on that mark. Give him a little bit of bam. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So now this guy matches up. Shabam. Right, like that. That'll be good. I think that'll be good. Okay, so now we need to do it, and that is for, we'll just say, we'll know that the guy with, where do I put my marker? Damn it. Seriously? What the shit? Did it roll through the steps? It might have done. I must have rolled through the steps. Didn't put it in my pocket.
Yeah, there it is. Ah ha ha. Ouch. Fuck.
Okay, so this guy will be left side with the black. Black on top's left side. So now what we want to do is do the same thing we just did to the other side. So take my magnets. These magnets made this way easier of a task. Like, way easier. So we're going to measure to, it's kind of a weird angle for that to be at, I think. So we're going to do us all a favor and just kind of flatten that guy out a little bit. Maybe not quite like that. I need to stop fucking with this because I've got it right about where we want it. Now I'm going and changing it again. There. This is not meant to fit me, but I'm testing it on myself, so it's gonna fit me at the end, which is good. We'll know my bra measurements if we ever need those for any reason. Okay. That guy there and this guy. And then again from the apex of that to right about there. All right, now we can hold these two guys together. And these should match up almost perfectly. Perfect. That means that everything is sorta, kinda, at least keeping itself in check. I'm happy with that. Mark him. Mark him. Cool. Find all these bits of metal. I don't want them just flying all over the place. Okay. I might move this anvil into the shade or just onto the shady side of the anvil. Cool. Nice! Nice, 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 nice. Okay. So now comes the difficult part where we actually have to weld these things on. Which I'm hoping isn't outrageously difficult, but I'm worried is going to be outrageously difficult. My magnets so that this part at least won't move. And we need to get, I think I might come over there on the shady side of the yard. Might rotate this whole operation like 90 degrees. These guys switch. Bam. Now I can be in the shade, which I like. Lightning. Seeing as how it's fucking, what month is it? April. I'm already sunburnt. It's unprecedented. There's pollen. Just in the time we've been out here since I started live streaming, pollen, a film of pollen, has collected on the inside of my goggles. That's infuriating. How quickly that happens. Anyway. Those guys on the noggin. Okay. We're gonna do this side first. This side first. So we'll get that guy there. That's our piece for that side. This guy here. And just close this back up. Nothing I can do about it. Fuck man. Here's my striker. Okay. Torch. Striker. I'm gonna want my gloves for this one. Probably. And get my welding rod, because we're going to need a little bit of that, I have a feeling. Okay, so this guy. Something like that. Oh, do I really have two left-handed gloves? No, I have 3 right-handed gloves. What the hell? This is absurd. Okay, goggles on. Yeah.
And out here?
Nope.
I'm gonna go get Rowan.
Huh?
I'm going to get Rowan.
Okay.
Ben, did you hear me?
He's not out here.
I thought you said he was out here.
No. Sorry, I might have. I'm focused. Hat. Woo! Hate it when it does that. Okay, so now they're tacked. What I do want to see if I can get some welding rod to take, because that would just reinforce and solidify a little bit, I think. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I dig it. Need to do the back sides now. Okay, now we gotta do the other side. Somebody say, is it still cold? In reference to what? What is what still cold? The metal? The metal is very hot at the moment. A couple thousand degrees to be precise. But we'll try and weld this other bit on here if I can see my marks. I think I've got one right there. That's about where it should be. I like to heat the rod up first so that it melts first before the parent metal does. Oh, fuck, that's bad. Shit. That's what I was worried about too. Was melting it, getting it too hot where it wouldn't support its own weight, but it seems like we got through that relatively unscathed. This whole piece probably needs a minute to cool down. Would be the smart thing to do. So we're actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead, cut the torch for a second. We're gonna let that cool down, and then we'll go back and we'll throw some more rod on it, which gives me a chance to look at chat, see if anybody has chatted, said hello. If I can get this guy out of here. Okay, there we go. There we go. What is chat looking like? Can I see this? Smack face. Haha, Elliot's Forge. Oh, hey, what's up, yo? Oh, what up? I'm sorry. I didn't realize that there was some folks in here with me watching me do some welding stuff. I saw that one of you was from Alaska. That is insane. I wonder, what is the temperature? Put in the chat, if you're still here, put in the chat what temperature it is in Alaska right now. Because I'll bet you it's not, it's probably, actually at least 70 here. At least 70 Fahrenheit. Which is nice. We're gonna see if I can throw this, hold up. It's my target there. You ready? I'm standing on my welding rod. Oh, nope, I missed. This is what I do while I'm waiting on things to... This is what I do when I'm waiting on things to heat up or cool down, is I throw... Oh! Right in between. I think that's a good... well, no, I can't even, like... I'd love to come to Alaska a lot. That's one of the things, it's one of the places in the U.S. that I'm really, really excited and want to go. I would love to go to Anchorage and do some of the parks and stuff that you guys have up there. Really, really beautiful state. I would like to get out there and do... Plus, you guys, in some places, if you go way north in Alaska, there's places where, like, in the summer, it's, you know, like, daylight for, like, a month or so at a time, several months, and in the winter, it's dark for a couple months at a time. And that seems like a wild way to exist for a while, so I would love to experience that. That sounds very cool. So that's also something I want to do. Is this might be cold enough now? 77 in Florida. What am I making? So this is going to be, it's you can kind of see it's sort of boob shaped. It's going to be the it's going to be like a it's going on the outside of a costume. A girl asked me to make it. Apparently she's been contracted to make some like like Rio de Janeiro Carnival costumes, and she wants to do some kind of like a wire like basically just like an underwire with some stuff going on. She can hang bells, and she wants to paint them a whole different color, but she doesn't have a welder or know how to do any kind of metal fab work. So she asked me, a person that has a welder and doesn't know how to do any metal fab work. So we're giving her our best shot, and it's going okay. So far, we've made a couple little mistakes as you saw, but nothing that's we've not been able to handle, thank God. I do have to make 2 of these, but if I can get one done and have her approve it, right? Have her like look at it and make sure, yes, this is what I want. We're all good. Excuse me. I'm just like picking stuff up while I'm waiting on things to cool. Once I can get her to look at it and tell me that it's all good, I can make the other one on Tuesday. And then my goal is to be done with them, give them both to her on Wednesday. Because that would be nice, and then I can move on to other projects I'd like to make. I've still got like blade steel left, and I need to order more because I want to make more knives. I want to make another railroad spike knife, and that might actually be something I do today if we finish this and we've still got some daylight left, because that'd be a fun project. I've got to finish this thing, which is a burn barrel I've been working on just to practice my welding, and it was going great until this door hinge. I made these door hinges out of just like some rolled steel bar, and this one was welded on something like that, but yeah, it was on there like that. But when we had a fire in here, this weld popped off, so I'm not totally sure what that was all about. And then also so those were welded on, and then I brazed on this air tube. You can see it's kind of been brazed on there. And it seems sturdy, but you can also see like there's gaps in that. So if that comes loose, I'll have to re-weld that as well, which would be super annoying. And I don't want to have to do it. I'd like to just fix that and be done with it, but... Oh, and I also have to re-weld it. You can maybe see it's got a brake disc as a base. That brake disc was welded on, sorta. Apparently not very well, because I went to move it and I set it back down and I heard it cracked off the base. So the base isn't on there all the way. It's like one of the welds cracked off and one of them didn't. So the other one's, it's just kind of loose. It's just kind of sitting there, so it needs reinforced. But this should be cool enough now. Cool enough to touch. Yeah, I think those welds will be just fine. I just want to add a little bit of rod, because like you can see there, see how thin that is? How little material is connecting the rods together? That's really just what I want to fix. The front of this one's fine. Add a little bit to the front of this one, and then we can move to the back sides of them. Okay, there maybe. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so get these gloves on, put my goggles on, so that I don't burn my eyeballs to a crisp. These aren't quite dark enough to look at the sun. These are shade 5. You need shade, I think 13 is what we needed to watch the eclipse. Get that guy right about there, and then pop on the oxygen. And I can grab my welding rod with my super thick gloves on. Stick him right there, and then beak on, and then okay. Start heating up the tip of our welding rod here. Get him going orange. Keep him going orange, and then put in, get him to go liquid. Ooh, yes, liquid. Come on, oh shit. A little bit more heat. A little bit more gas. A little bit more. A little bit more air. Or oxygen, I should say, because it's oxygen. And also, I feel like I should make a statement that I am by no means an oxyacetylene welder. I would like to be one day. My skills now are mediocre at best. So just be aware of that while you watch me struggle through this. I'm not a master welder. I'm probably not somebody you should take tips from unless they're tips on how not to do some things. I'm sure some real welders could watch this live stream and point out a dozen things that I'm not doing adequately. But I don't have anybody on hand to teach me except YouTube tutorials and trial and error. So that's how we're going to learn, and that's just how we're going to do it. And anybody that's got a problem with it can fuck all the way directly right off. We've got that side done. So now we want to come it's burning my glove. That's warm. Very warm. So get my dirty end of my rod. Heat him up. Get some heat back in him. Burn some of that slag off, and then pop him down in our joint. Right there. Make him go liquid. Drop a little dab on there, and then work it around town. The hard part is actually getting the welding rod to mate to the parent metals. Woo! Because it doesn't always want to do that. Sometimes it likes to fight you. On every little thing, you have to sort of make it go. I don't like where this magnet is positioned at all. So I found out the hard way that when you heat these magnets up or hit them directly with the torch, they like to break and send bits of sharp magnet shard flying directly towards your eyeballs, which, as you can probably gather, see, like that, is not an ideal scenario. But I'm just gonna take this in my offhand now because I'm done with the welding rod. Woo! Caught him before it popped. Getting better about predicting when the pops are coming and making them not happen, which I think is the idea, because I know for a fact that when it pops at you, that's not a good thing. Oh shit, I just smacked the fuck out y'all. There we go. That's our frame. I'm gonna get a little bit more rod. See if I can get just a little bit. Hold on, let me see if I can fix y'all. Is that better? Sorry. What up, chat? I've also got holes in the knees of my jeans, so these cobblestones feel great. I look like I suck dick for a living. Which, you know. Can't make it welding. Gotta make it somehow. Hey, there we go. Cool, 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 cool. So now we just, and the fire gets. Put that guy down, let him cool, and we'll let this guy cool for a second. And then the next step of this is we have to take some more of this rod and bend it to make a half moon that mirrors that bottom bit and curves upwards. So I'm just trying to make a mean guesstimation here. I'm gonna move this guy and let him cool over here. I'm actually gonna dunk him in the water real quick. Let that happen, and then we're gonna take a rough guesstimation of how much. Right about there. Mark this with my Sharpie, and then move my magnets, dust the handle real quick. I also just charred and sealed the handle of my hammer. I personally think it looks fucking mint. I think it looks just the bee's knees. Shagadelic, baby. Oh! Did I miss? I might have missed. No, I didn't miss. I'm good. I'm good. And also apparently Canadian. That's what this stream is. Metalwork and bad accents. Bink. There we go. That guy there. So now we need to round this piece out and make it curved. And I'm not entirely sure the best way to do that. What does the welding stuff run on? The welding stuff runs on, it's an oxyacetylene setup. Can you see it there? So we have in here, this big tank is a bottle of oxygen, and this little gray tank is a bottle of acetylene gas. And the regulators, along with the dials, knobs on the hose, regulate the pressure and the amount of each, and when they mix together, they burn at about 6,000 degrees Celsius with the right oxygen to acetylene ratio. And then using that heat, it's essentially, the melting point of steel is, I think, like 1,500 or 2,500 degrees Celsius. Regardless, it's below what this torch burns at. So it can literally just take the two different pieces of steel and cause them to melt. And then once they're liquid, they'll glob together, just like droplets of water. And then you take the heat away, and they'll very quickly solidify again. And that's essentially how you do it. It gets more complicated, and you've got, you know, welding rods that you can add material with and that type of thing. But what I'm going to attempt to do is just cold work this a little bit, because I don't want to have to use the torch, and I really don't want to light the forge, though I will if I have to. But we may just be able to draw this guy along and put a bit of a half moon shape in him. Kind of like that. So we'll see how well, and it gets warm when you do that to it, as you might expect. And I think that will actually work. So we need to make another one that's essentially just like this one. I'd like to clean this guy, clean him up just a little bit. Like that, and then I'll go guesstimate. And what's nice about this steel is it's thin enough you can kind of bend it and shape it with your fingers. So we've got that guy. Let me go get a rough measurement on this piece. We'll try something about out like that. Hold that guy. I'll move these magnets down here to the base. Hold that guy with the magnets, and then we can pop this guy in half. I love this hot chisel. It's great for splitting little pieces of metal like this. I need to get some 01 tool steel and make some chisels and stuff like this, and make some hardy holes, and I need to drill a preacher hole in this anvil as well, because both of those things would make my job significantly easier. Where'd you go? There you are. Can you guys see the horn of the anvil here? It's kind of, there we go. Now I know you can see it. Grab that guy. Just kind of see, that's a little bit too aggressive, so I'll just straighten him out a little bit, especially right there. Give him a tap and a tap. Does he match this guy? Yeah, almost identically. Oh gosh, come here. I like these magnets. I want bigger magnets to the side of my anvil. That's nice for holding tools and bits of steel. So now we've got our two half moons there and there that are ready to go onto the bra, the titty holder. So we drop these guys back up here on top of the anvil. Leave those guys. Woo! Leave these guys right here. Stick my welding rod. Is there a hole that I can? This is an 1/8 inch rod though, right? And this is 1/8 inch wire, right? So what if I take this? Use this to burrow a hole, right? Stay with me. And then we can kind of just make the hole bigger a little bit. And then take my pliers. What the other? Like, how do I lose stuff in like a 3 square foot area? Pull him out, and now we should be able to take our welding rod, dook, and he'll stay right there. Look at that. Oh, you can't see what I've been doing that whole time. There you go. There, now y'all can see. Check chat real quick. Nice. Yeah, it is. It is nice. It's allowed me to do a lot more. Oh, hey, school. Oh, hey, I'm in school. I'm hella bored. Oh, that's way old. Anyway, so now we can bring this guy back, and what I want is that to be there, and then that. Something kind of like that will work. Okay. Well, let's get it going, I guess. I'm nervous, right? Like, I want this really to go well. I need this to go really well. For the most part, I've been commissioned to do this, and I want it, beyond that, I want it to look good. This is the first time I've really tried to fabricate something for someone else. So I would like it to go nice. Oh, give me that. Give me that. And that. That acetylene gas by itself burns really, really sooty and gross, and so we need to balance that with a little bit of, to give it some oxygen. It cleans up quite a bit, and this guy can hoses. I know I just set this all up, but I'm going to change it so that this is more. The only thing about working on this, like the only thing, is this is a small piece, and I am a big person, and big people working on small things is just difficult. It's difficult to get things in place. It's difficult to make things happen exactly the way you want them to. You simply melt these two bits together. You can see what I need to do is get a shade 5, get an extra just shade 5 shield, which is the shade that my goggles are. It's called shade 5, welding shade 5, or darkness 5, or however they classify them. And get one that I can put over the camera so that you guys see what I see. Because to you, this flame probably just looks, well, it looks much more blue to you. To me, this flame almost looks, it's a much paler blue, and I can see the different parts of the flame a lot easier than y'all can. And so it would allow you to see what I'm doing in a little bit more detail, which I would, like for y'all. I want y'all to be able to experience exactly what I'm experiencing as much as can be achieved with an iPhone and a live stream. Alright, now let's do the back side of this guy. And I'm probably using far more filler rod than I need to. And I'm aware of that. But I don't know how much I need, so I'd rather err on the side of too much, because we can always grind it out or sand it out. Plus, these are going to be covered in fabric anyway, from my understanding of the entire plan for these pieces. They are but pieces of a whole costume, so she said don't worry too much about how pretty the welds are, just worry about them holding all the bits together. So that's what we're focusing on, and I know a lot of weld will hold better than a little bit of weld. There we go. That's one side. Damn. It's one side done. So now we'll cool this off and we'll do the other side. So, it's gonna... Oh, it papped. Did you hear it pap? All right, let's go cool this guy off. Okay, Now I'll check chat real quick. What up, chat? Nice. Nobody's in here. It's okay. So there we go. That's that. And I can even flip the camera around and show me a little bit. Hey, what up, everybody? Good to see ya. I think this is going quite well so far. It's warm out here today, especially with this torch going right underneath my face. Need more tea. Oh. Fix this one side just a little bit. Bam. I'm gonna fix this one side just a little bit. There's one weld that is struggling. It's this one on this side right there. So we're gonna okay, get this guy position something sort of kind of like that. Come down here, melt this joint together. Melt this joint. Melt it. Come on. Let go of my welding rod, please. I need that. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna have to clean this up a little bit. Okay, we're like out of gas. That's why this is not heating up anything. Alright, there we go. Well, we're out of welding gas, so we're done. I mean, that's literally all the gas we're getting at any pressure. So that is totally, that is all the gas we're getting, which means our bottle is out, or so close it makes no difference. So, we're done with the welding. Good news is we had just enough to finish this first one. So, I'm gonna let this cool. We're gonna have to do some touch-up work on it when I get more gas. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. There are a couple of them that, like I said, are gonna need some touch-up work, but we can deal with that when the time comes. So I'm probably, spin this guy like that. Probably going to end the live stream here. It's been just over an hour. It's been great hanging with y'all. Get the fuck out of my bench vice, you damn yellow jacket. Hey, get away. Get out of here. Oi. 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 I'll get you. Don't you think I won't? I'll get you. Anyway, goodbye, y'all.